CQ 17 meters. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ, and standing by. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ, and standing by. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ. Is the frequency in use? CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ, and standing by. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ.
November Papa 4 Bravo.
All right, November Papa 4 Bravo. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Good afternoon.
Okay, QSL. Good afternoon to you, my friend. You're 5 by 9 here in Puerto Rico Island. My name is George. Over.
Hello, George. Nice to meet you there in Puerto Rico. My name is Nate. You're 5 by 9 in North Carolina. Over.
Roger, North Carolina. No problem. So thank you for the DX73 and good luck with the DX. Over.
Okay, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you.
Merry Christmas to you too. 73.
73, my friend. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. First contact was with Puerto Rico. Nice contact with George. Thank you very much. That was November Papa 4 Bravo. And he can hear you. He can hear himself on Go Amateur Radio on YouTube. 73.
73.
QRZ.
Victor Oscar 1, Juliet, Quebec Bravo.
Victor Oscar 1.
This is Victor Oscar 1, Juliet, Quebec Bravo, mobile.
Wow, mobile station. You're doing great. Is it Jackson?
Yes, sir. Name is Jackson, and you are a very good 5'9" up here in St. John's, Newfoundland. Over.
Oh, wow, and you're a good 5'9" here in North Carolina, Jackson. You sound really good from St. John's, Newfoundland mobile. What are you running there?
We're only running a ICOM IC7200 into a telescopic whip antenna we've got brought down to the band. Over.
Okay, and no extra power?
No, sir. 100 watts.
Okay, it's working. I guess you're sitting near the water?
Yeah, not far away. We're up here on Signal Hill now, highest point around, and pretty much facing the water.
Okay, well, I'll take a peek at Signal Hill later. You sound great, Jackson. Thanks for catching me here. I'm on an FTDX 10, 95 watts with a homebrew doublet antenna up about 45 feet. Thanks for the contact, Jackson.
Roger, you're doing a fantastic job, and I hope to hear you around the bands later on. 7-3.
Yeah, I hope so, too. Listen to your audio at Go Amateur Radio on YouTube. Over.
Roger, we're punching it in now.
Good. Awesome. Thank you very much. Thanks for being there. 73, this is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. QRZ?
Whiskey 9, Romeo Delta Bravo.
Whiskey 9, Romeo Delta Bravo. Is that Randall in Wisconsin?
Roger.
Okay, Randall, you can hear your audio on YouTube, Go Amateur Radio. I may detect a little bit of RF, but you are 5'9".
Roger. You are also 5'9", both ways. Thank you. I'm trying out my new transceiver today. I bought one for $100. A little SDR transceiver off of eBay, and I matched that up with a little amplifier. I'm running about 200 watts into a 6D TV vertical. Over.
Yes, QSL, I got you on the 200 watts on the vertical. Tell me a little bit about the SDR again.
Yeah, Roger, that is called a USDX. Transceiver, about the size of a long pack of cigarettes. Very tiny. I bought it for $100 off eBay, and I'm having a world of fun with it. It only puts out about 5 watts. And I put that 5 watts into a BJ300 amplifier there that I also bought for $100 on eBay. So I got $200 into this rig, and I'm putting out a little over 200 watts. And I'm having a heck of a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, QSL. I used to have a true SDX, Tango Romeo Uniform Sierra Delta X-Ray. Is yours a true SDX or an SDX?
This is USDX on the case here, and it's a little Chinese made transceiver, over.
QSL, I know what you're talking about. I know it. It's a black one. Those are great. Well, you sound pretty good for that little radio. Sounds pretty good. Well, thanks for finding me here, Randall. Nice to talk to you on that little guy. And you can hear your audio on YouTube. Go Amateur Radio. Roger?
Roger that. I'm definitely going to check it out because I want to see how I sound. Everything is unbelievable. And seems to work pretty good. But not all the functions work on it either, you know. I mean, what can you expect from the little Chinese guys, you know? But anyway, thank you so much for the contact. And you're actually my first contact with this amplifier running. So I'm glad to see that it's working. Thank you so much. This is Whiskey 9, Romeo Delta Bravo, 73. See you later.
73, and by the way, your report is 53. What's mine?
Oh, you're a solid 5'9". You're a 5'9" here. This little receiver works really well. And thank you for the 53, and I'll put you down on a log. Thanks so much, and I'll listen to Go Ham Radio on YouTube there.
Okay, and correction on the channel, it's called Go Amateur Radio. Go Amateur Radio. QSL?
QSL, Go Amateur Radio. I will definitely check it out. 79, it's clear.
73 with Whiskey 9 Romeo Delta Bravo, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. QRZ? CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, 17 meters, CQ. CQ, 17 meters, and standing by. The band dropped down quite a bit. I wonder if I'm getting out much anymore. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ, and standing by. Looks like 10 meters, 40 and 80 are open right now, and maybe a little 20. Let me switch over to 20 if it's not too crowded. If anyone else is out there, I'll try one more time here on 17. Whiskey 4 NDK, CQ. Couple times. Whiskey 4 NDK, W4 NDK, CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. Okay, I'm going to QSY and try to find something open there on 20 or 10. I'll be here, so just keep an eye on the live stream and you'll be able to see where I'm going.
Hey, Whiskey 4, I believe it was November Kilo, KC5TER real quick.
Oh, yeah, you're coming in really well there. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Over.
Yeah, Roger. The call here is Kilo Charlie 5 Tango Echo Romeo. We're located here in Chelsea, Oklahoma, and we just happened to run across your live stream, and I saw what frequency you were on, and I thought, wonder how the band is.
Oh, I thought the band died on me, but it came back. It really came back. So, yeah, you're 5'9" here in North Carolina.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you're a solid 5'9" into Oklahoma here right now. The band is up and down just a little bit, but yeah, you're doing great. The station here is real simple. We're just running a FT891 into a half-wave dipole. It's a fan dipole combination 10 and 17 meters, and the apex is like 20 feet off the ground. Over.
Okay, QSL, are you running barefoot?
Yeah, Roger. Actually, we're running about 80 watts right now.
80 watts. Well, it's working there. It's working, definitely. And your name is Ed or Edward?
I go by Eddie. Eddie, Echo Delta Delta India Echo. And so, yeah, you're doing a fine job out here. What's your operating conditions there, Over?
Well, thank you, Eddie. I'm running a Yaesu FTD X10 and running 95 watts with the homebrew doublet antenna up about 45 feet, homebrew ladder line, and about 3 feet of coax.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, you're doing a fine job, I guarantee it. Sounds great out here, and so good job. Yeah, the band conditions, well, I was up on 10 a little bit ago, and of course there's a contest going on, so 10 meters is wide open to the world. So I thought, well, I'm going to sneak down on 17, and I just happened to be flipping through YouTube, and your feed came up, and I was like, huh. So anyway, well, look, I won't hold you there. Maybe somebody else wants to get in here, or you take off there to another band and give it a go. But I just wanted to say good afternoon to you and let you know you sounded great here in Oklahoma.
Yeah, QSL, well, maybe I'll stick around here. You're sounding great here, so maybe I shouldn't leave the band. 10 meters is going to be too crowded for calling CQ unless I'm contesting. So, yeah, you sound really good there. The 891's great. I have one of those. Love them. I do some live streams from the vehicle and Parks on the Air with it, and I also have a KX2. So I'm having a real good time there. Hope you have a Merry Christmas, Eddie. Thanks for stopping by. And are you a subscriber, or did it just show up on your feed?
I'll have to look. I believe I'm actually a subscriber. I'll have to grab my phone and take a look there. But I believe I'm a subscriber there. If I'm not, I will be. We'll definitely get that. Definitely get the buttons clicked there. Do all the YouTube things there. But yeah, you have a Merry Christmas out there. Hopefully we'll maybe catch you around the bands there before Christmas. But if not, I hope you and the family have a Merry Christmas and a really blessed upcoming New Year. Over.
Yeah, it's you too, Eddie. Nice to meet you, and thank you for subscribing ahead of time if you're not one already, and I really do appreciate that. All right, well, 73, my friend, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. I'll be standing by for another QSO, and maybe we'll talk next time I'm doing a stream, or I'll find you out there. 73.
Hey, Roger. Sounds great. Good luck, and thank you for doing the live stream there. Hopefully it's bringing a little more interest to the hobby there, and it's good to see some more activity here on the Warp bands for sure. 17 is one of my favorite bands, to be honest. I'm not a big contester. I will work them occasionally here and there, hit and miss, but I kind of sneak off to 17 there when the contest gets really rolling. So anyway. Yeah, 73, and we'll definitely look for you there. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo from Kilo Charlie 5, Tango Echo Romeo.
Yeah, thanks so much, Kilo Charlie 5, Tango Echo Romeo. The work bands are fun. I don't do this too often. I should be down at the clubhouse. One of the clubs I'm a member of has a 17-meter beam, and, man, it gets out. I'll do a live stream from there sometime. 73, KC5, TER, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Merry Christmas. QRZ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ, and standing by. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ, and standing by.
Kilowatt 5, Whiskey, Lima, Tango.
Kilowatt 5, Whiskey, Lima, Tango. Wow, another doublet owner. I like the picture of the homebrew or the purchased ladder line. Ronnie, our second QSO. It's been about a year and a half. Give me some audio, please, and tell me what your operating conditions are, and I'll give you a report.
Okay, very good. Well, I don't have a way to look you up. No computer internet hookup in here, but I'm glad to work you again. And it's exactly the same as it was the last time we talked. I haven't even dusted it off. Over.
Well, QSL, well, I didn't take notes last time on what you had there. Maybe we didn't talk about that. We should have. What do you have there?
Oh, okay. It's a Kenwood. The radio is a Kenwood TS590. And I am running a small linear made by ACOM, and we're running maybe 250, 300 watts, something like that. But the antenna is exactly the same. Over.
Okay, and I assume that's that doublet I see in the picture on QRZ. All I can see is the picture. I don't have your full profile pulled up because it just pulls up your photo in the in my logging software, N3 FJP. But you sound good. I'm a doublet fan myself. Probably somebody like you inspired me. I had a bunch of people tell me about doublets, and I built about 3 of them. And mine's up about 45 feet, and it's a 40-meter doublet. You sound good. You're 5'5" here in North Carolina. The band isn't particularly great, but you're 5'5". Over.
Okay. Well, you're in and out. Lots of QSB today. I've been just listening. In fact, you're the first contact all day long. I've been in here for several hours just listening around on the different bands, and you're the very first one I've talked to today. But the bands are just up and down, all of them. Sometimes the signals are S9, and then they go right down into the background. Can't make them out at all. Yeah, I love wire antennas. And the higher you get them above the ground, the better they work. Over.
Yeah, QSL, I'll try to get this one higher and higher. But and I have to get a cherry picker or a way to shoot it up over the top of the poplar trees. It's kind of up in a branch, but I'm enjoying it. And you guys who inspired me to do the doublet, I really appreciate it because I'm a big fan now and got plenty of trees. Over.
Well, you're lucky that way. I have to do all my antenna work with man-made objects, push-up masts, towers, and things like that. So you're lucky to have the tall trees. Over.
Yeah, QSL, although I'm not complaining, but mine are poplar trees. And they're awfully soft, if you know what I mean. Soft wood, so it's a little bit hairy working with these trees. Over.
Okay, are they kind of a short-lived tree? They grow fast but don't last very long. Over.
You know, I'm not sure how long they live. These are probably at least 1961. You know, so what is that, like 70 years? I think they live a pretty long time, but they're just soft wood. They're kind of porous soft wood. The branches can break off, and I'm looking up at them right now. The branches can break off. You can't stand on the big branches and do anything. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's a good thing you know how fragile they are, and you don't have to take a chance there. Well, you're young enough to climb trees. You're lucky. Over.
Well, I may be, I'm 54. I may be young enough, but I'm old enough not to do it at this point. And the person who put up the vertical about 4 or 5 years ago when I became a new ham, he put it up. He was a tree guy, and it's up way up high. It's like 50, 60, 70 feet up. I can talk 100 miles away on 2 meters. The other ones, I had a friend throw up. He shot up an air cannon, and he hung my first antenna. And then the other one, I threw it up with an arborist throw bag. Over.
Oh, okay. Well, I like people that are willing to do a little outdoor work and kind of make things, if possible, build them, whether it's wire antennas or Yagis. If you homebrew it, it works pretty good usually. Over.
Yeah, it sure does, Ronnie. It sure does. And I one day I'll make one out of thicker wire, but this doublet's made out of 26-gauge soda beams wire. It's one continuous wire for each side, so it makes an L. And I tied figure-8 knots at the top. I used the plans from sodabeams.com. And then I extended it out to 40 meters length to make it just a little bigger. And I love it. I love it. It hasn't given me any trouble, knock on wood. The other one I have in the backyard that's portable, basically. It's not hooked into the shack. It broke, and I just repaired it yesterday because a giant branch fell on it during a storm, one of those poplar branches. But, they're easy to repair, they're easy to use, and I use chopsticks as spreaders as well as PVC pipe. Over.
Okay, very good. Well, the bands are up a little bit. You're getting stronger now. I'm trying to look you up here on a cell phone on QRZ, and the signal strength on the cell phone is so puny it just doesn't want to work. Oh man, I'll keep trying here. Every once in a while it'll pick it up, but right now I can't get you. Over.
Oh yeah, well at least we got ham radio. We can do it without the internet. I'm looking up where you are in Texas. I have relatives down in Houston area, and I'd like to get out to Austin sometime, and also like to see West Texas. I want to go out there to a ranch or something like that. It looks like you're in San Antonio. Over.
Yeah, pretty close. Hey, I finally got you up here now. Yeah, I'm just east of San Antonio, about 35 miles. We're kind of out in the countryside. Over.
Yeah, QSL. I bet it's real pretty out there. I bet it's a nice place. Over.
Well, it's growing awful fast. It's been population just continues to grow. More and more houses being developed and built around here. So okay, I finally got you poked up here now. You go by Nate. Over.
QSL.
Okay, very good. Well, I can see now some of your stuff there too, and that's very good. Oh, that's nice. Nice setup there. I'll have to read this later and see what all you got a lot of antenna stuff, and that always is intriguing to me. I love antennas. Over.
Yeah, roger that. And the only reason I do YouTube, at first I did it just to kind of mess around with video, because I've always liked video and making videos. But now I do it to hopefully inspire some of these GMRS licensees, as well as people who don't have any kind of license, to get a ham license. Because, if you want to build antennas, you need all the bands. And I kind of feel like if you don't have at least a general license or a tech, it's kind of like playing golf with just a putter. You need your driver, you need your 4-iron, you need your 7-iron, and you need your putter. And that's what you get with the ham license, and that's why you can tweak your swing and try different things, experiment with golf swings. You can experiment with the antennas, Roger?
Well, I'll tell you, Nate, that's a pretty good way of looking at it. Pretty darn good way of looking at it. I am familiar with things like GMRS, but I don't really know exactly what that was intended to be used for. Is it like the CB, or what is it?
Oh, it's just basically, I think it's 440, but I know it's 2 meters. It's basically like getting on a 2-meter repeater, although they don't link the repeaters because they started to interfere with each other, because there's only so many frequencies that they have allotted to GMRS. I have a GMRS license. It's for a lot of people that like to do overlanding and off-roading and camping and talk to their family. You get one license. It's something like $30 for 10 years for your entire family, your aunts and uncles and grandparents and everybody. Over.
Okay, but it will. What kind of range does it have? Over.
Well, I think it's 10 watts max. I'm not sure, but whatever you could get on 10 watts on a 2-meter repeater or 2-meter handheld, that's what you get with GMRS.
Okay, Roger. Well, I've heard a lot of people mention it. I never have done much research on it. I do know it runs in the 400 megacycle range, 460 megacycle range. It's in the same frequency range that these little handheld walkie-talkies that you can buy in Walmart or anywhere, family walkie-talkie things. It's in the same band with them, I think. Over.
Okay, yeah, 70 centimeters. You're right. And the only difference between it and FRS is GMRS has repeaters, and GMRS gives you a little more power.
Oh, okay. Okay, roger that. So do you have your own GMRS repeater?
I don't have a repeater. That would be fun to do. I could probably use my current antenna. I have a Comet GP9 up about 60 feet in the tree. Could probably do that. I don't know. Might be fun to set up. I'm a ham guy. I would just like to get some of these guys on more ham licenses, because that's where the fun is tinkering, and you can't tinker so much with GMRS. Over.
Yeah, I don't guess it was intended as a radio hobby. It was intended more as just a way for people to communicate, I guess. Over.
Yeah, you know, we'll use it from car to car when we're driving a caravan down to the beach, or we actually use it in our boat, talking when my son's out on the boat and I'm in the house about a mile away. I could talk to him if he's near the house. And I've used the local repeater, which is on Crowder's Mountain. I guess it's about a 1,400-foot mountain nearby. There's a repeater up there, and I can talk to people all over this area. There seemed to be more activity on GMRS than some of the ham repeaters, just because it's so easy to get the license. I really think they should merge GMRS into the ham and say, hey, look, without a test, you get a GMRS license, and then with a test, you get technician, and you get 10 meters also, and a little more power, and then it's like a junior tech or something like that. Over.
Okay. Boy, that's really interesting. I did not know, well, like I say, I knew it existed. I did not know it was that popular and being used that much. I guess around big cities, there's probably a lot of repeaters. Over.
Yeah, each city has one or two GMRS repeaters, and they're growing. And I think they put one up near Asheville because of the hurricane. They wanted one near some of the neighborhoods that got hit in Swannanoa. So it's a good emergency thing. But we have a 2-meter repeater up on Mount Mitchell that's 6,600 feet up. It's the W2GE. It's a heck of a repeater, so it's a ham repeater. Over.
Yeah, okay, Nate. Very good. Well, thanks for the information. You educated me a little bit here today, and that's always good. Well, let's see. Weather-wise here, it has been mostly cloudy. We've been having a few small showers move through the area today. So far, no lightning with them, just rain, and not that much rain. I guess altogether we've had a quarter of an inch or so, something like that. Temperature-wise, it's pretty warm, about 74 degrees. Over.
QSL, well, you're warmer than we are. We're at 44 degrees, and we're getting rain in about 3 hours here coming in from our mountains. Over.
Okay. Have you had any really cold weather yet this year?
Well, it just depends on what you call cold. I mean, we've had it in the 29-degree range, 29 degree a couple of nights, maybe 3 or 4 nights. So that's cold enough to freeze, and I like that because it's we need a freeze every now and then around here, take care of some of the mold, mildew, and allergies, and get our leaves off the trees with some heavy wind. So, but it's, we get warm weather in North Carolina. The coldest it usually gets is 45 or 50, and then it can get up to 70 or 80 in the middle of the winter, too. You never know.
Oh, yeah, it'll do that down here, too, Nate. Pretty common over here, in fact, to get quite warm, even around Christmas. And I remember one time years ago, it's been a long time, we had a particularly warm winter, and I was actually out there mowing my front lawn on Christmas Day. Over.
Oh, wow. Well, that's hard for me to get used to for too many of those days, and then it gets kind of, real humid and stuff. In the winter, it doesn't feel like Christmas. But we went to a small town last night near here. It was an old textile mill village, and the textile mill used to pay for everyone's Christmas light decorations and all their electricity, so everyone decorates their houses there. It's called Christmas Town, USA, McCaddenville. It was a lot of fun. Over.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. Sometimes my wife and I will, around Christmas, just get in the car in the evening, right after dark, and just drive through town and all around in the country too, and look for houses that are lit up, and it's just kind of an entertaining thing to do. Doesn't seem like people are doing that as much as they used to. 10, 20 years ago, it was pretty common, but still, I live near a town called Seguin, 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 and you can drive into Seguin, and usually there's quite a few houses lit up. Over.
QSL, yes, sir. Well, it's nice to kind of get into the habit of Christmas and enjoy it. Yeah. All right. Well, I'd like to see that area. San Antonio's beautiful. Seguin looks nice. And you sound really good here. You're sounding better. The band's cooperating with us there. It's 17 meters is a great place to chat. Back to you, Ronnie.
Okay, Nate. Yeah. Well, all I do is rag chew. DXing never did excite me very much for my whole life, and mainly because I never had a station big enough to really DX very much. I can do it now. but years ago I never really attempted it very much, and so I don't have much of a DXing record. I just am tickled to death just talking to people, and I like 6 meters, but I can't, there seems to be very little interest in local rag chew on 6. It would be a great band to do that with, but there's not many people interested, over.
Yeah, roger that. I've done 6-meter FM repeater nearby, but it's linked to one of the 70-centimeter repeaters, so it's just good to know that I can get out. Do you do FM on 6 meters or SSB?
Single sideband and a little bit of AM, and now a little bit of CW every once in a while. There's a friend of mine here that lives about 60 miles from me that recently rigged up a repeating system, a repeater that relays 10 meters. I think the frequency is 29.6 up to the 70-centimeter band. Over.
Oh wow, interesting. I like to try and I like to do some 10-meter FM work and some 10-meter AM. I hear a guy Simon out there, Victor Alpha 7 Bravo India X-ray, does some of that. He lives in Vancouver, British Columbia, and I just haven't done a whole lot of that. I think I've kerchunked one of the repeaters once up in New York, but I haven't been able to talk to anybody on it very often. Well, good. Well, it's nice to talk to you. If you get a chance, and you get your internet going, check me out out there on YouTube, and I really appreciate the wonderful QSO, Ronnie, and I hope you and your wife and family have a wonderful Christmas and New Year's. Over.
Okay, Nate. Well, I wish you the very same, and I do like to do AM, by the way. It's been a long time since I did any AM on 10 meters. Years ago we did a little bit, but it's been a long time back. In fact, AM on 6 meters, too. So I'm glad you're interested in AM and hope you dabble with that some more. Let me wish you the best of holiday greetings and say 7 threes. Thanks for the chat today. W4NDK. This is K5WLT. Bye-bye.
K5WLT. Ronnie, yeah, I'll reach out to you sometime about doing some AM 10 meters, and maybe we could test it out between that part of Texas and the part of North Carolina where I am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Ronnie. K5WLT, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo.
Okay, thank you, Nate. Enjoyed the chat very much. K5WLT, clear.
73. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. This is Nate. I'm in North Carolina. QRZ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ.
This is Whiskey Delta 9, America Radio, Kilowatt.
Whiskey Delta 9, Alpha Romeo Kilowatt, Dale in Wisconsin. Good evening to you.
Good afternoon. Nathan, I believe?
Yes, name is Nathan, or you can call me Nate. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina. And what is your name?
Name here is Dale, and I'm in Appleton, Wisconsin, about 30 miles from Green Bay. And it's been kind of rainy and overcast and all that. It's 41 degrees here. So we had below zero here 2 days ago. So this warmer weather is kind of nice. I'm using an ICOM 7300, 100 watt ground-mounted vertical with the 17 and 12 meter add-on kits, and seems to work pretty well. And I'll give you a signal report on the next go-around, although you sound real good. W4NDK, WD9ARK.
Yes, WD9ARK, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Pleasure to make your acquaintance there, Dale. And yes, name is Nate here, and I'm running a Yaesu FTDX10, 100 watts with a homebrew doublet antenna, 3 feet of coax, and you're 5'6" in North Carolina. Over.
So you're also 5'6" in Wisconsin here, and sounding good audio. And I just been sitting here playing with a new radio that I got, a ICOM 2730A, which is a dual band VHF UHF radio. And everybody seems happy with them. They've got good reviews and everything, but well, I'll tell you, programming is that's a little more than my 78 years can quite handle. But I did get the programming software and the cord for it, and I got some of it done, and now I'm just trying to get used to using the menu system on it. I've got the other ICOM, the 7300, a couple years ago, and I didn't have any trouble at all falling into that, although I still have to get the directions out once in a while. But it's been a nice radio. It's small, and it sits here on my desk, and I'm running an MFJ IntelliTuner with it, and it works out quite well. And I'm hoping to get this 2-meter 440 rig up and running pretty quick. I've got 4 channels put into it so far, and I'm doing a lot of scanning to see if I can find some active repeaters around this area, but we don't have very many, and they're not very busy, so we'll see what happens. W4NDK, WD9ARK.
Yes, WD9ARK. I did not count everything. You also have a 7300 MFJ tuner and a ground-mounted vertical with a 12 and 17 meter add-on kit. Just clarifying that. But what was the model number of the ICOM you're running?
It's the IC 2730A. It's a dual band 440 2-meter. And it's got a lot of bells and whistles and stuff on it, but I'm a little disappointed in a way with it. The programming is a little deeper than I thought it should be. And the reason I bought it was I had a Kenwood TS 91, I can't think of what it was. It's a 2-meter FM and sideband, all mode CW. And moving up here to Wisconsin, I had to put a tone board in it because all the repeaters work on PL. And that kind of audio real bad. And I unclipped the tone board, and I think the audio is still down on it, but even without the tone board, I can't get into the repeaters. And I really enjoyed sideband on 2 meters when the Aurora is running and stuff like that. But I decided to get this one so I could get on 2 meters at least, and 440 is a new band for me. I've been in house since 1977. And was active on 220 for a long time. So that may be the next try again. We moved up here about 12 years ago from Joliet, Illinois, which is 30 miles southwest of Chicago. And it's a lot quieter up here as far as 2 meters is concerned. So I hope I enjoy it. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL Dale. QSL. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been a ham since 2020, 2021, sometime around there, 2020. And QSL, so that's a 2-meter 440 rig. Are you talking to me on the 7300 right now? Over.
Yes, I am. It's a 7300. I'm using headphones with a boom mic.
Okay, roger that. Well, it's working. You're a little bit off frequency, but I was able to adjust with the clarifier. You're just a little bit down on frequency. Over.
That's interesting. Never had that before.
Yeah, you're at 18120.1. You're a little up, actually, a little higher than where I am, but I have a clarifier, so it's perfect. Well, good. Well, Dale, you sound good. It was nice to meet you there in Appleton, Wisconsin. Sounds like a nice town. Are you a Green Bay Packers seat holder? Over.
No, I've never been much of a football fan or a baseball fan. The only time I was much of a sports fan as far as TV and the major leagues was every year where I worked, we had a dime bet on a pool, I guess you call it, dime pool. And I used to get involved with that, and then, of course, we had the games on all the time. I was a tool and die maker back then. I worked for the same company for 42 years. And been retired for a little over 20 now. Retired in 04. Retired in 2004. So we moved up here to Wisconsin because I have a son that lives up here. And I've got another son that lives down in Palm Coast, Florida. So we decided to come up and be with family, and we really like it up here. Go ahead.
Okay, roger that. Well, it sounds really nice. Well, excellent. Well, it's nice to meet you and hear about your radio. I'm trying to inspire new hams to get into amateur radio by learning about people's antennas, different antennas, what works and what doesn't, etc. Well, it's nice to make your acquaintance, WD9ARK, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'll turn it over to you for your final. I may try some other bands and really enjoy the Rag Chew. Back to you for your final, Dale, and then I'll turn the frequency over. You're welcome to keep the frequency if you'd like there, WD9ARK. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo.
Okay, Nate. Yeah, I enjoyed talking to you, too, and wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, a good holiday season. And we'll see you again here, I'm sure. W4NDK, Best 73. This is WD9ARK in northeast Wisconsin. Glare.
Yes, WD9ARK. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And there might be somebody else trying to get in. Maybe he's trying to talk to you. If he wants to chat with you, I'll pause for a second. Give him a chance in 73, and then after that, I'll turn the frequency over to normal amateur use. Over. Was somebody else trying to get in there? Okay, Dale, 73, it's all yours.
George, that's the WD9ARK.
Uniform Oscar Lima 59 India Delta.
You are 59. 69.
Roger, 69, thank you. Kilo 1, Mike Zulu, contest.
Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, W4 NDK, CQ, and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. Kilo Echo 2 Delta Papa Quebec. Michael, you're a little off frequency. I'm at 142335. Come back to me and I'll give you a report. Over. Kilo Echo 2 Delta Papa Quebec. Do you copy? Okay, I moved up to 14234. 14234, you're a 5'7", North Carolina. Is it Michael or Mike?
It's Mike.
Hey, Mike, nice to meet you. What are you running there?
I have a Yaesu 857D.
Okay, barefoot, and what kind of antenna?
I have an end-fed half-wave in my backyard about 23 feet in the air in an inverted D.
Okay, well, it's working for you. It's working for you. You sound real good. Nice to meet you, Mike. I'm running a Yaesu FTDX10, and I'm running 95 watts with the homebrew doublet antenna. And I'm also streaming live on YouTube, Go Amateur Radio. Over.
Roger that. What's your call again?
Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo.
Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo.
Roger, roger.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the contact. And 73.
73, QRZ.
Kilowatt Foxtrot 5 kilowatt.
Kilowatt Foxtrot 5 kilowatt. Is it James in Mississippi?
Sure as hell, you got it right, James, Mississippi.
You're a strong 5'9" in North Carolina. What are you running that's working so well?
Well, running a Yaesu FT990 and SB200 amplifier, about 500 watts output, and a vertical ground plane, and base of it's 27 foot above the ground.
How do you get it up 27 feet? Is it on a small tower?
No, it's on a push-up pole, just a push-up pole.
Okay, well, it's working. You sound real good. I'm running a Yaesu FT891. I'm sorry, running a Yaesu FTDX10 with a homebrew doublet. My name is Nate, and I'm streaming live on YouTube, Go Amateur Radio. Over.
Okay, Nate. What did you say, North Carolina?
Yep, North Carolina, the old North State, the Tar Heel State.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in northeast Mississippi, about 25 miles from the Tennessee line, and about the same from Alabama. Looking at a map, the upper right-hand corner, right next to the small town of Booneville, Mississippi. About 8,500 people, Nate.
Okay, that's a nice-sized town. I bet it's nice during the holidays. Yeah, you sound very good here, James, and it's a pleasure to meet you there. And you sound good. You're doing great. Over.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Nate. Yeah, you certainly sound good. Good quality audio coming there. And old station here for an old man. I'm 74 years of age, so yeah, the old radio seemed to fit pretty well with me.
Well, it sounds like a new radio to me. It does not sound old. It's in good shape. You're right on frequency. I started on 14.233.5, but I came up to 14.234. It's just easier. You sound real good. I really appreciate the cue, so James. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, okay, Nate. Same to you. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And if you're going to get a piece of coal, I hope you get a bag full. How's that, Nate? Anyway, you have a good day there, and we'll let you go. I know you want to make other contacts. W4NDK, KF5K in Mississippi, 73.
73. Pleasure to meet you. I hope to talk to you again soon. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, QRZ.
November 3, X-ray, November Foxtrot.
November 3, X-ray, November Foxtrot. Is that correct?
Roger, roger.
Well, hey there, Tim. Your name's Tim, right?
My name is David Delta Alpha Victor India Delta, and my dad is Tim.
Okay, nice to meet you, David. I don't know if we've ever spoken before. Are you a fairly new ham?
My dad's next to me. I don't have my license yet.
Okay. All right, David. Well, get your license. You're going to be a good ham. I could tell. You sound great on the radio. And hello to Tim over there next to you. And David, you sound great. You're 5'9" here in North Carolina. If you want to hear what your voice sounds like on the radio down here in North Carolina or up here in North Carolina, go to YouTube, and I'm on Go Amateur Radio is my channel. Go Amateur Radio. QSL?
QSL, you're 559 in Northwest Arkansas.
Thank you for the 5'9", Northwest Arkansas. Before you go, what's your radio and what's your antenna?
We have a Yaesu FT897 and running off of batteries with a wood antenna.
What kind of antenna?
An Outbacker.
It's definitely working, especially between you and I in North Carolina. It's like we got a pipeline. Sound like you're on the telephone. You sound great there, David. Nice to meet you, David. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas in 73.
73. QRZ? I heard somebody down in the noise. Please try again.
Victor Alpha 2, X-ray, Oscar Mike, Whiskey 4.
Victor Alpha 2, X-ray, Oscar Mike. Is that correct?
Roger, roger. Whiskey 4. My QTH is in Tampa, Florida. Visiting him from Montreal, Canada.
Okay, and your QRP, how many watts?
5 watts, running USDX transceiver into an unfed hot wave.
Okay, well, it's working for you. It's working. You can hear your audio on Go Amateur Radio on YouTube. And is your name Josh or Joshua?
Most folks call me Joshua. I just got to put down my log. What was your call sign?
Yes, my call sign is Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo. QSL?
Roger, roger. Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo. No, I won't. You said it was Go Amateur Radio on YouTube, correct?
That is correct. That's correct. I don't know what minute mark you are, but if you go to it now, you'll be able to rewind a little bit and hear your audio, and then tomorrow I'll be putting the call signs out there in the index, okay?
Thank you very much. Have a Merry Christmas and Good luck.
Yeah, and the audio is pretty good on that USDX. It's better than I've heard some other ones that were hooked to an amp. There's no RF, so the audio is pretty good. It's just a little low, but it's fine. The band's a little noisy. Well, good job, Joshua. Nice to meet you. I'm running a doublet antenna here, homebrew. 73 from Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo.
Roger, roger. I'm actually going to be setting an amp with the that has some time to in QRP, but I just want to reach out and have good luck with what you get back on 73.
Yes, 73, and hope you get to hear your audio. And if you're interested in QRP tonight, in about 2 hours, there's something called the QRP net. And if you want to join it, I don't know, have you ever been on the QRP net? Over? Okay, well, they would, Kevin, Kilo Zero, Kilo Lima Bravo, would love to have you there, as well as Steve. And you can find it on YouTube. They'll tell you what frequency they're on. They usually do 20 meters. And just look up on YouTube, QRP SSB net live stream. QRP SSB net live stream. Over?
I'm very much looking forward to having a lot of time to get you up and talk about my own radio, so I'll definitely look into that.
Okay, we'll look forward to maybe meeting you there. 73 from, that's Victor Alpha 2, X-Ray Oscar Mike, QRP with the USDX and Fed halfway, 5 watts. 5 watts from Tampa to North Carolina. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo 73, Joshua. QRZ.
Kilo 4, Yankee Uniform Charlie.
Kilo 4, Yankee question mark Charlie.
Kilo 4, Yankee Uniform Charlie. Need over.
I like the call sign, Kilo 4, Yankee Uniform Charlie. Oh, I see we spoke back in September. Is it Gary in Alabama?
Roger, roger, Nate. Gulf Shores, Alabama. Over.
All right. I got memories of going down to Dauphin Island, Alabama when I was a kid. Grandmother had a place there. And you are 5'7" in North Carolina.
Yeah, QSL, you're 5'7" also. Yep, I'm probably about 20 miles to the east of Dauphin Island on the Intercoastal Waterway going out to Mobile Bay. Over.
Yes, I need to take my kids down there sometime. We go to Topsail Beach, North Carolina, have a place there, and that's the address that comes up on my QRZ. It's a family house. But yeah, Gary, you sound great here. What are you running?
Running a Kentwood CS590ST into a 24-foot self-flagpole antenna. Self-flagpole antenna. You can look it up on QRZ.
Yeah, QSL, flagpole antenna, got it. Yeah, I'm on one of the frequencies that the guys use for digital on HF, so I'm going to move up to an empty spot up higher here. But yeah, the flagpole antenna is definitely working for you. Sounded very good, and I'm running an FTDX10, 100 watts with a homebrew doublet, and I'm also streaming on YouTube, and my YouTube channel is Go Amateur Radio. Hey, have fun down there at Gulf Shores, and happy holidays.
Roger, roger. Nate, happy holidays to you, and great talking to you again. Over.
Great to talk to you, too. 73.
73.
I'm going to QSY up to somewhere around 14249, 14249, or somewhere around there. I'll QSY. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. (14248) is the frequency in use. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ on 14248. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by.
Kilo Delta Niner, Charlie Sierra Romeo.
Number 4, Hotel Oscar Zulu Mobile.
Mobile station standby. Kilo Delta 9, Charlie Sierra Romeo. Is that correct?
That's correct. You're 5'9" here in Southern Illinois.
Okay, you're 5'6" in North Carolina. I'm running 95 watts, FTDX10, homebrew doublet. What you running?
Yaesu 991A on a Chameleon end-fed antenna.
Okay, well, it's working. You sound great here, very clear. And I appreciate the contact, Mark. Is your name Mark?
That's correct. I haven't got you entered in here yet, but I was trying to find your channel on YouTube like that here.
Oh, you got me on YouTube. Great. Hopefully you're subscribing. You sound very good there on the Yaesu 991 Kilo Delta 9 Charlie Sierra Romeo. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. QSL?
AC3CV.
AC3CV, stand by. Mark, you still copy?
Yeah, go ahead. I got you here.
Okay, glad you got me, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. 73 to you, and I'm going to try to pick up the mobile, and then next I'm going to try to pick up ending in CV or CU. Over.
Okay, 73's Merry Christmas. Thanks for coming back to me.
Hey, 73's, I guess I got a pile up there. Mobile station, go ahead.
Yeah, this is November 4, Hotel Oscar Zulu. Cruise Lake Wilderness Park to south of Spring Hill, Florida, QSL.
Okay, Queens Lake Wilderness Park, November 4, Hotel Oscar Zulu. Is that correct? And is it Tim or Timothy?
Yeah, it's Tim. Yeah, we're mobile here. We just got to ride a little train, the miniature train they have, and went to see Santa Claus with my 3 grandchildren. So it's been really nice. Nice, beautiful day here in sunny Florida. What's your CPA?
Yes, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. It sounds like a nice place where you are. Is that also a POTA park?
Negative. No. It's just a county park here in Pasco County, Florida. Not far from Brooksville or Spring Hill. But, yeah, it's a yearly thing. We bring the grandkids out every year. So, fine business on your QTH. We're just running 100 watts with a little Tar Heel 2 antenna on the back of the F350. And the transceiver here is an ICOM 7100 QSL.
Okay, got the 100 watts and 7100. I missed the antenna.
Yeah, it's a little Tar Heel 2. Little Tar Heel 2.
Roger, Little Tar Heel 2. Yep, I'm in the Tar Heel state. I love those antennas. Like to have one. Well, you sound very good, Tim. I appreciate the contact. 73, and check out your audio on Go Amateur Radio.
Roger. Well, thank you much.
73. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, clear with November 4 Hotel Oscar Zulu. I also had Alpha Charlie 3 station standing by. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Alpha Charlie 3, Charlie Victor. Name here is Art, Alpha Romeo Tango, located in Greenville, Pennsylvania. Go ahead.
Greenville, Pennsylvania. Well, you're doing great. You're 5'9" in North Carolina. What are you running there, Art? My name is Nate.
Yeah, I've seen you on YouTube before, Nate. I've followed your channel there talking about your Alacraft and a homebrew antenna. I'm running an IC7300 on an end-fed half-wave. Back to you.
7300 end-fed half-wave. It's working great. You sound very good here, Art. One of the best sounding stations I've heard. Especially we got the guys just above us splattering. I don't know. Do you hear those guys up there, over?
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of QRM from them guys. They're a little close to it there. But I'm going to give you a 5'9", Nate. Good signal. Nice and clean.
Thank you for the 5'9", and thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I'm on the doublet antenna that runs into my shack with the LDG AT600 Pro Tuner, FTDX10 barefoot. Art, it's nice to meet you. This is our first QSO. Hopefully we have another one soon. I might try to move up or something. I'll give this another try with another QSO, but if it splatters, I might move to another frequency. But it's nice to meet you, Art. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to W4NDK from Alpha Charlie 3, Charlie Victor, 73.
73. QRZ? This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, and standing by.
Kilo Delta 5, Foxtrot India Papa.
November 5, Kilo Tango.
November 5, stand by. Kilo Delta 5, Foxtrot India Papa. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. You are 5'9" in Oklahoma. 5'9" in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay, and what is your name? What you running?
My name is Harry, and I have got an ICOM 7300, and I'm working off of a high gain 680 antenna. I'm about 168 feet in the elevation.
Wow, out. So the 168 feet up, is it on a tower, or are you just at a high elevation where you live?
I am at a high elevation where I live. However, my antenna is about 30 feet in the air, and the antenna itself is about 30 feet.
I'll roger that. Gary, you're 5'6", North Carolina.
Great to hear. Well, 73's to you.
Okay, what is my report?
You are a 5'9" in Oklahoma, 5'9".
Thank you for the 5'9", Gary. Check out your audio on YouTube. Go Amateur Radio, and thanks for the QSO. That was Kilo Delta 5, Foxtrot Indian Papa 73, and clear with you from Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. I have a November 5 station standing by. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is November 5, Sierra Kilo Tango. Name here is Don, December, Oscar, November, and I'm in Eustis, Texas. You're about a 5'9", 5 over to 5'9" here in Texas there. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL, Don, nice to talk to you again. We spoke November 14th, about a month ago. And you had a hex beam, a Sun SDR, a Mercury 3S. Are you running the Buddy or the NA4RR hex? Over.
Today I'm not running a hex. I'm actually running. Unfortunately, the Buddy hex fell over, and I need to do some repairs on it. The NA4RR is still in the box, in the Connex box, so I haven't gotten it out yet. So right now I'm running on a 40-meter inset half wave and pushing about 600 watts. I have a new amplifier. I've got a what is this called? An Expert SPE Expert amp, 2KFA. So it's a 2 kilowatt amplifier, but I'm running it in the mid setting, which gives me about anywhere from 5 to 600 watts out, which right now with this in-fed half wave, if I try to go around 700 watts, it'll the core will overheat and the SWR go through the roof. So I'm being a little bit cautious with it, but 600 watts seems perfectly fine for now there. Go ahead.
Yeah, roger that. Well, it's definitely working. You sound great here. You're 5'9" in North Carolina. And do you still have the Mercury 3S? And if you do, how do you compare it to the Expert? Over.
Yeah, I still have the Mercury 3S, and the only reason I've got the SPE is because I'm running, it'll go up to 2K, and it'll exceed 1200. The Mercury will do about, 1100 to 1000 pretty comfortably. And so, they're both great amplifiers. And I picked this one up on Black Friday. Got a real good deal on it. It's used, but it was owned by a guy that was working for SPE, and he did a lot of modifications to it, or not necessarily bad modifications or anything, but he modified it to be more in line with the newer SPEs as they came out. And then when the 3.0 came out, he traded this one in for a 3 or a Series 3. It's still a Expert 2K. So I got a Series 2, and I'm going to be perfectly happy with this. I don't see myself upgrading the other. And I still have the Mercury hooked up to the 101D, and both those two radios, the radio and the amplifier, work really well together. So I'm going to keep that set up that way. The SPE I'm driving right now with my Onan GLE, or 7000 GLE, which I just really love this radio. It's quite a bit like a Hermes Light. If you ever seen one of those, they're about a $400 radio, but boy are they nice. And of course the Onan adds just that much more to it there. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL. Well, yeah, I've been wanting an Onan for quite a while, as well as one of those Hermes Light 2s, but I haven't bit the bullet because I'd have to buy a new computer. This one's not powerful enough, and I don't want to invest that much money. I got the FTDX10 that works fine. It's just I would like to receive in the diversity antennas and multiple antenna ports, etc., from the Onan or also from the Hermes Light 2. Over.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Hermes only has the single input, but you get all the noise reduction and all of that the Anand offers. You just don't have multiple antenna inputs, so you can't do a diversity receive. But diversity receive. And this radio, I mean, the Anand, when you've got multiple antennas on it, you've got that phase diversity, which I'm not aware of another radio that can do that. The Flex that I've got will do diversity, but it's not phased. It's just it's like you can get a horizontal and a vertical and receive on the two together. And in your ears, you can hear it fading. The polarization changes from horizontal to vertical as it comes down from the ionosphere. So you get that level of diversity, but it's not nearly the same as you get with phase diversity, where you can really cut the noise out. So anyway, I really love this radio, but man, I tell you what, that 101D just the receive on it is just amazing. This one has really excellent receive as well, but I don't know. I'm beginning to detect the difference between the 101 and the Anand, and I think the 101's just a little bit better. But the noise reduction on the Anand style or even the Hermes is just there's nothing that compares. Even that RM noise thing that's the add-on that everybody's playing around with. The data software will do that in the software there. Go ahead.
Okay, are you talking about pure signal, or are you talking about a different noise reduction? Over.
No. Pure signal. What pure signal will do is if you've got an amplifier or even a radio, and you notice splatter, if you take your signal and feed it back into the Anand through pure signal, it'll clean up that signal so that you're not splattering. And it'll make sure that you eliminate splattering and that kind of stuff. Noise reduction, no, it's literally you're getting rid of that background noise and background hiss in some cases, and other things that would be interfering with you being able to hear somebody. I can hear guys almost to the noise floor with the Anand and the noise reduction too. In fact, I'm running noise reduction too on your signal. Although you're strong enough, I probably wouldn't need it there. Go ahead.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, I used to talk to some guys quite a bit on the Anons, and sometimes we go up to the top of one of the bands where I could do 4K wide, and they really enjoy hearing that because they were doing 4K, and they were filtering out all the noise, and so it sounded a little better to them. With you could do the ESSB on the FTDX10. Well, awesome, Don. Thanks for teaching me a little bit more about the Anons. I still want one of those. I'm going to get one eventually. Just got to save up a little bit more greenbacks. It's a pleasure talking to you. I hope you've got a wonderful Christmas season planned, and happy holidays and whatever, and New Year and all the above. Over.
Yeah, you as well. I hope you have a good holiday and enjoy yourself. I'm going to be working quite a bit over the holiday, but not over the actual days of the holiday, but I just started a new job, and so you don't get the vacation until next year. So I'll have the holiday itself, but. And we're in a crunch anyway, but by the way, take a look at the mini PCs. That's what I'm running here. In fact, I think this one is a Core i7, but a lot of the ones that I run are M305s, and those can run you anywhere from $300 to $400. They're nice little small boxes that you can set on your desk and hook a monitor to. It's got multiple Ethernet, multiple USBs, multiple HDMI ports, or The one I've got here will actually do, I think, it'll support 4 monitors. And then again, this thing I think was in the $400 range or less. Amazon's got tons of them to select from, and they're really good. And actually, I know you're recording this on YouTube. I actually have a YouTube channel where I talk about converting to a 12-volt jack, where I've got 12-volt monitors, 12-volt PCs. Anyway, I'm rag chewing and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. So I really appreciate you coming back to me today and talking with me. And 73, good luck. Have a Merry Christmas, and hopefully we'll chat with you again soon. Gen 5 SKT.
Yes, you have a YouTube channel. If I'm not subscribed, I'll subscribe right after we're done today. But remind me the name of that little PC, the N305. Is that what it is?
Actually, the N305 is the processor. It is not the brand. Brands would be like Miniforum or B-Link, but there's quite a few out there. And I've found most of them to be good. I really haven't had one. There's also a GMK Tech brand as well. Those all seem to be really good computers. And the N305 is a Core i3, but it runs at 12 volts. So you can literally take the power supply out of it and plug it directly, put some power poles on the connector and run it directly off your power supply. So that's kind of what I like about it. And I talk about it a little bit in that video, but I've got quite a few videos here. I moved into some property and I'm building a shack, and most of the recent videos are what I'm putting together. And you can just look for my call sign and find it. But the processor is an Nancy 305, and you can find them on Amazon. I would stay away from the 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 Celerons. I'm not even really a fan of the N100s or N95s. All of those that I just mentioned are 12 volts. The N305 is the i3 or Core i3, so the highest level technology Intel processor. And yet you still get the 12 volt power supply there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I see a few of them right now. I'm looking at them, and I think I saw Ramon Batista, who builds those Hermes Light 2 boxes with the processor inside of the box, the enclosure. I think he might use something like that. Yeah, I see a Intel Alder Lake i3 N305, 8 cores, 8 threads, fanless mini PC, SSD, etc. Yeah, $350, something like that. Roger?
Yeah, Roger, and if you're like a Prime subscriber, a lot of times, like one of the ones I just bought, one of the N305s, it was like $299, but it had a $100 off coupon. So, or no, it was $399 and it had a $120 off coupon, so I got it for like $279. And so, you never know. And I suspect, as we get closer to Christmas, you'll see some, Christmas deals. There were some on Black Friday, but the particular N305s that I was looking for didn't really have any great savings on them. The savings I was getting was the same as what they had on there a few weeks before. They just changed the way that they issued the coupon, so you're still paying $279. It's just the way they sliced it up different. So go ahead.
Okay, Roger that. Well, I guess I better get one before the tariffs go in. But yeah, that looks good. Okay, thank you for the information, and I really appreciate it. Nice to talk to you again, and I will subscribe to your channel. And maybe one day I'll get one of these Anons and we'll give it a go. That way I could actually stream the video direct from the video card instead of using a camera. Well, you sound very good here too. Great job. Thanks for coming back to me. Merry Christmas. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. I'll turn it back over to you, November 5, Sierra Kilo Tango.
Yeah, very good. And yeah, you have yourself a Merry Christmas. I would definitely pick one of those PCs up, and then MSI makes a monitor. I never would be able to find the brand, but it's I found that it's also 12 volt, and I've got like 4 of those monitors, and I even use them in the house for my work, but I just can't think of what it is. Anyway, I've taken up quite a bit of your time today, and I really appreciate it. I need to go check and find your channel and make sure I'm subscribed to your channel, because I'm a pretty active YouTube viewer. So 73, and you have yourself a Merry Christmas, and hope you get a lot of QSOs today.
Yeah, you too. Merry Christmas, and thank you for being one of the QSOs. It was a pleasure. I enjoy meeting people and getting to know more about ham radio and computers from them, so that's always nice. I'm going to look you up right now and subscribe. Thanks very much for the contact. 73, November 5, Sierra Kilo Tango. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Okay, I'm subscribing to Don right now, November 5, Sierra Kilo Tango, because I can obviously learn a lot from him. So I'm now a subscriber, Don. Hey, 73, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. I'm Nate. I'm in North Carolina, QRZ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. I got to take a phone call, guys. I'll be back in just a bit. I'm going to stop the stream. I might start up a new one. 73.